All right, so it is Friday morning. I am on day 2 of my going away trip, and I am in my hotel room. And I thought I'd give kind of a bit of a lengthy summary of how I think it's going so far. You know what I've learned so far. A summary of the first day and what's going on today, and how I see these trips coming out in the future. And then lastly, I've got a new travel vest here, brand new color. Really love it. New snap front shirt color, and brand new cargo pants. I'm going to show you what I put in my SCOTTeVEST. So bear with me. Hope this isn't too boring for you. So yesterday, traveling. Let's face it, getting to the destination can be a real hassle, and in my case, it truly was. My flight was delayed, and just everything that you could imagine that could happen to me kind of seemed like it happened to me yesterday. So at some point, I just rolled with the punches. I just stopped getting aggravated, and I just said, "Listen, this is part of travel, and you need to accept that, or otherwise, it's just going to suck." It's hard for me because I tend to be pretty regimented in my schedule. So, and I had people to meet, and someone gave me a tour of San Francisco Airport, which I'll tell you about, and so it was hard for me, but ultimately I just got into the flow of it and understood that traveling is kind of like a puzzle, and it is truly about the destination when you get there. But even when you get to the destination, trying to figure it out, things are going to go wrong. Things are going to be delayed. You're going to get lost, and I think it's a really important exercise for me to do that for my own personality, and I've kind of broadened myself. So yesterday, went through airport security and got some great footage in doing so. So much so that the camera, I was asked to film the experience, and the camera went through the airport security, and they examined my SCOTTeVEST, and the guy goes through the entire, pulls my SCOTTeVEST aside, and he looks and the camera's on, you could see it, and I was a little nervous that he was going to say something about it. He comes up to me, and I think I got this all on film, and he says, "One last thing, your camera was on the whole time." And he laughed, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." So it was kind of entertaining. So then I arrived in San Francisco, and they made me check my carry-on. Now, I've got a carry-on that is, just like most people's carry-ons. Not awesomely big, just a regular old, pulling carry-on. And I got on the plane, and they said, "That's too big for the overhead. You have to check it." So I checked it, and I figured I had no other choice. It was kind of a regional turboprop or some sort. I get to San Francisco. I'm met by the PR people from the airport to give me a tour. And I walk up, and usually, when you check it in that fashion, when you get out of the plane, it's obvious where it is. In this case, there were literally like 30 people coming and going and off and on. It was, to me, it seemed like a security nightmare. And so I couldn't see over here. I was the last one on the plane. I had the seat that doesn't recline, so I was the very last one. My bag wasn't apparent that it was there. No way would anyone. I think I have some pictures of it. So I went to the baggage claim. It wasn't at the baggage claim. Went all the way back to the gate, all escorted by this very nice gentleman named Ken from the PR department at SFO. And they said, the woman, and I got her on tape saying, "No bag here," and none were sent to the baggage claim. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I've lost my bags. I am going to be living out of just what I have on right now. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? I could do it. I have what I need on me. I'll wash my underwear in the sink, and my shirt if need be, and I could get by. My socks, of course, too. Lo and behold, they ultimately, even though they said they didn't send it to the conveyor belt, they did, and we got it, and experience over. So now, let's start the good part. The good part starts now. I got a tour of Terminal 2 of San Francisco, SFO. It's amazing. I mean, it was gorgeous. I mean, the architecture, the artwork, it was really, I felt like I was walking through a museum. And in fact, I learned that they are, in fact, an accredited museum, so they can borrow museum pieces. The pictures will have to show it all because I can't describe it. And I was thinking, actually, Boise Airport's sort of cool. I know I'm from Cincinnati, and Cincinnati Airport's cool. There's some really cool airports. I was thinking about, wouldn't it be great to do sort of a tour of all the cooler airports and the artwork within the airport, and do, whether it be a coffee table book or just take pictures focusing on on airports, traveling from one airport to another and taking really cool pictures. I love the imagery in the airport. So I get out. I take public transportation, which I come from a space that's kind of foreign to me. It's kind of scary. I don't know if I'm going to remember get off it, but it was great. The BART system was awesome. Dropped me right off. I met Gary and Chris, two really well-known travel bloggers. We ate at Prime Rib. I forgot the name of it, but it's just an iconic San Francisco place to eat. We talked about business and life and travels, and it was just a wonderful dinner experience. I pigged out. I'm going to have to work out. I had hoped to walk there, but it was an insanely uphill walk and not enough time to do so. So that was that experience. Then afterwards, we all just kind of walked along the waterfront, talked about life and travel, and and just there's something about when you're traveling, you're meeting new people, you just relax and your mentality goes, and you talk about things you otherwise wouldn't. So it was a great experience. So what else today? So that was last night. I got in very late, did a lot of work, a lot of emails, tried to keep track of everything. The hotel's quite nice. I'm staying at the Intercontinental. It's well located. It's a hotel room. Battery power, constant issue, making sure that I've got enough juice in all my various devices, and I'll show you when I pack I'll do a separate video to pack my vest, and you'll see it's just never ending trying to figure out how to load things up and make sure that not how to load them up, but to keep them powered up. I'm not enjoying particularly tweeting, and I don't think I understand it well. I just I think that I need help. So it doesn't come. It comes naturally to me, but it just doesn't. It seems kind of purposeless. I feel like I'm shouting at the world. So that's the summary of my trip so far. That explains how I lost my carry-on bag, how the airlines lost my carry-on bag, and the video footage from that. Let me know if you'd like to hear some more thoughts about what my trip and my adventure. I'm going to do one more video showing what I pack in my SCOTTeVEST, how I pack it. And then I'm off to today's adventure. I'll try and do a summary video sometime tomorrow to let you know what I did today. And if you follow me at SEV as me on Twitter, you'll get some updates. So thanks a lot. I am out of here.